when you said in the beginning that it's safer than buses, what did you mean? Like, how, in what terms is it
Buses
safer, and why is it safer than
It's safer
buses?
than buses because one thing is that when he is talking about architecture and environment, one is that environment plays a lot of mind games. Basically, you are not, if you only come into an AC environment, well lit, well planned, well designed, so you are not that aggressive. Rather than you are sitting in a bus in a heated day, and then there is a rickety bus coming and you are just shoving yourself inside it, so you are more aggressive for that.
I know friends who would be willing to take a metro but not be willing to go in a taxi, right? I mean, you would just be dropped in a metro. It's all well lit, you have taxis and everything, you know, from commute. I think it works really well.
The main thing is the convenience, and that Delhi Metro has brought to women of Delhi.
It's more regulated, there are more 360 degrees CCTV cameras.
You can see security personnel around you at stations as well. So even if you are facing any troubles or any issues with that, so you can contact any one of those. I used to come at 9:30 p.m. in night as well. So I was like traveling safe in metro. I was feeling confident that I'll reach safe rather than going in a bus or an auto at that time.
A person who wants to travel in the other bogie, the male bogie, he can do that. And if someone doesn't want, he have the option. You created options but in the negative direction. That's the wrong thing.
Like the fact that they have segregated had a separate compartment.
You like the fact, or
It's fine, yeah, I think it's fine. Even normal bogie, like entering that bogie, it's tough, right? I mean, even if you're a guy like going in, you're just squeezing yourself in. It can be crowded, and so whether someone wants to have a suburban or not, it's not a very comfortable situation, right?
The segregated coach is not altogether segregated. Men can just walk in. So it's just for name's sake that it is segregated.
Safety and convenience can kind of go hand in hand. So yeah, from the safety convenience perspective, it works really well again.
Segregated coach and things like this, they actually don't make any difference.
They should also come up with, their mindset should also change. For example, if you talk about traveling in a metro, then you should not, feel that if I am stepping into a general compartment, you should not feel that, you are doing something wrong, or something should stop you from doing that. So it's like when you yourself are segregating from the larger crowd, from within, you think that you will feel convenient only in ladies section. So that should not be the case.
If you're going across to places like maybe outskirts of Delhi, like Narela, or maybe even if you're going to Dwarka, if you're landing up there at a later hour at night, you definitely can't save.
Spaces like, okay, maybe Connaught Place is safe 24 hours, India Gate is safe 24 hours, or whether Metro is safe 24 hours, if it runs 24 hours. You need to create that culture of being gender neutral in that environment. So that needs to be, it's a mix of solutions. You can't say that, okay, why only Metro, why only DTC buses, or why only 5-star hotels, or why only the central business district. You need to have an array of solutions for all the areas.
you saying that it was late? You said 9:30 was late enough for you, and you found it was okay. You saying at 11 o'clock this could happen on the street, somebody was attacked. So what is this connection of time, like late night hours in the metro, for instance? Do you think if it were 24 hours, do you think it would make it better?
I mean to say that, okay, if someone is insecure, it costs me. I'm paying the taxes, but it still costs me. My sister not going out at 10 o'clock means that there is certain monetary value attached to it, economic monetary value attached. It's not in terms of only financial thing.
The sense that we are getting is that there is a general perception of it being safe, like some parts of it being safe, and what Chitresh brought up is that geographically speaking, at least let's say CP is safe, and some parts are safe. So the questions that emerge out of this are, is it more unsafe in other parts of Delhi? Maybe the parts that we are not ourselves directly related to, do we hear more harassment news coming from like certain parts of Delhi. Is that the case?
If not network, we can have within one cordless something within the train installed a phone or something which can connect to the PCR offices locally, and the station numbers are given in the metro. Some setup like that. So in each compartment, not only women compartment, but in each compartment.
I seriously object that point because let me tell you something. You already have a facility inside. You have a driver on the coach. You have
Cameras.
You have something to see. Nobody's 100 people are not going to molest a girl inside the metro. There will be at least 20 people inside the metro at any point of time, right? And
No, but they could be the
because I've been
silent
traveling
ones.
in metro for like 3 years now, or 4 years now, and I've been traveling at very odd times. That is early morning, late in the night, right? So what I've observed is that it's almost safe.
It's not prioritized as a means of importance or whatever. So if that comes into practice, maybe that will generate reasons for other paratransit modes to also come into the picture. So they'll also hang around there for the last mile connectivity. So those things can develop from this, these nodes of So I was trying to get to some idea on these lines that it can be developed.
So one, it is 24 hours, right? And second, a lot of time it can be urban energizer of sorts, because suddenly, because there's a metro, you have these shops which are open all the time.
And government will also, motivate more security, more police personnel, so 24 hours security.